Vanguardian 650. Howdy. So, is the experiment almost up? Meaning, for people to look like me, people of a darker hue, male and female, in this country, as far as policies. We all know how the 13th Amendment and all the policies designed to slow progress of the African American, so-called African American, and the Black American in this country. And so, and it's not just contained to us. It is it's an epidemic. It's an epidemic that's been sanctioned through the government and the white supremacists across the world, across the globe. They're all working together. Many of people have been killed, assassinated, murdered, slaughtered for speaking freely like I just did. So I don't take it lightly that you could be shadow banned just for talking your truth and what your opinions are. That you can be, so-called not in the algorithm. You have to meet certain points, and that's all fair. That's all fair, but let's not compress, the content. People come out here, these creators, we're creating. That's what we do. We don't stand still. We create. It's in our mind. Sometimes we have people who have, brains that are faster than a computer. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, we're thinking technology. We're thinking ahead. We're thinking, what's the next thing? How can I create a practical next thing? You know what I'm saying? So that's what type of time we're on. And the creators. We're always thinking about creating. So the question is the experiment over? Is it over? Is it coming at its end? Is it wrapping up for an end game? You know what I'm saying? So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, you have to get out there and grind. You have to get out there. And if you have some stashaways, maybe some money that you can comfortably invest, I suggest you do it. And whatever you want to do, whatever investments would be solid, and do your research and get some training towards with a professional. And then sometimes you gotta watch them. So you have to be very clear and very focused on what you're gonna do with your money. But you got digital real estate. That's you have the operatives out there too that's buying up the housing. You know what I mean? Driving the price range up to astronomical marks that let's be clear. I mean, let's be candid. That some of us will never, without any type of assistance or grants, you still have to work with the politicians. But if you can get a grassroots initiative, something that'll work for the city and broaden this tax base, because whatever city, whether Washington D.C. or Glenmont, Maryland, it's all about economics. You dig? So a lot of people in their neighborhoods with that that walking traffic, and you have strip malls. They're gonna make money. cash cows. You know what I'm saying? Laundromats. Then you got dispensaries. Everything is how it should be. You know what I'm saying? But there's still peaks and valleys and downfalls, depending on your, how you manage your usage. You dig what I'm saying? So, you got to be able to maintain, a manageable level of your indulgence. Let's keep it funky, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But everybody's thriving out here. Everybody's hustling. And I do recognize there's a lot of people who are trying to figure it out. And so, get close to God, man. Get close to Allah. And lean on Him. You know what I'm saying? You have to jump out there. You have to have faith and trust, because He ain't gonna let you down. Believe that. And if you're if you're not in Islam, you're in, whatever religion, respectfully, that you practice, I wish the same thing, same principles, in a sense, same terms or whatever, respect, and acceptance, as far as being able to accept that you have your own culture and your rights and your worships, house of worships and stuff like that. So, we're a multitude of people, of a culture of people that, we have our own traditions and our own way about going about our life. You know what I mean? And a lot of times their spiritual side is private. And, that's between them and their God. And so I can't do nothing but respect that as a man, as a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get all the stereotypes, especially what's going over here in Palestine and in Gaza and the Israel conflict, war. But put it like this, they show what they want to show. The world is a stage. They orchestrate how they want to orchestrate it. But all people are not these savages and these terrorists, hiding on the cover of, Islam, because clearly we don't condone that. And on both sides, there's been a lot of casualties and bombings, and I couldn't imagine going through that. So I wish nothing but safety and blessings to those people over there who have to go through that. They shouldn't have to, based on politics, and now it's got to be nasty work over and over again, and it flares up and it flares up. But we can't allow these atrocities to continue to rise in numbers, because we have to be able to sit down and have a conversation peacefully and not worry about who's saving face, but we just want to save lives at this point. It's not about who's saving face. And, that's, to me, it's secondary, but I understand the obstacle. But, we should be definitely trying to get hostages back, trying to get aid and medical supplies to the wounded, doctors in there so they can service the wounded, the people, and we have to keep vital records, and so there's a lot in detail that you gotta do, but that's why they say war is just nasty work, man. It's just nasty work, nasty work. I'd rather not go through this, but greed, power, status, their legacies, and it just still doesn't honor up to the death toll. If the death tolls continue to rise, you can't justify it based on that. You can't. And someone, we need more advocacy, advocacy, to advocate for everyone. A lot of people can't get their thoughts out. They're cut off because obviously it's a war zone, and they got a story. You know what I mean? Everybody got a story. It's horrific over there on both sides. You know what I mean? These are brothers and sisters of ours that are going through it right now. So keep that in mind through the holidays. I mean, you know what I mean? Coming to the end of the year, that everybody can have a peaceful outcome to this without fail as soon as possible. Because it's, you just can't, in my eyes, justify it. When we have these smart politicians and these world leaders, you have United Nations, that they can't sit down as gentlemen and people of all, backgrounds and dialects, that they can't come up with something to end this war immediately. But that speaks volumes to what's the interest of some of these world powers out here. But that's on a different level of defense, security, data, going into a whole sensitive area of security. When it gets to that level, when a lot of times it's just normalities that they go through anyway. These little, think of war games, these different little, I guess, interludes between assignments. You know what I'm saying? So the CIA, man, they're nothing to play with. FBI, there's nothing to play with. You don't want to get involved with those people. You know what I'm saying? On any level. So while some people are out here doing their thing, getting their 1-2 on, you know what I mean? However they do it, be mindful that the feds never run out of money, and they always watching. I mean, you understand? So, or watching somebody, not necessarily you, could be somebody else, and then you become a person of interest, and they got you on that wall, or that board they use. You know what I mean? Trying to put a soundboard story together that would look beautiful in court, but that's why they never run out of money. You got task force. You have right now you got people listening, people in YouTube, You know what I mean, I'm just being candid. Just being candid, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is nothing new. They give you disclaimers if you read the agreements that you sign. So you that's just a general marginal level. You know, whoever gets through the reading. But opt in, opt out, So yeah, some of these apps, they definitely run by the feds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say speculate, but I'm just letting you know in general. Some of these apps that you download, it's a gateway to the feds. Just look at the content. See what kind of content they come out with on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? For views and clicks and whatever. And you'll know exactly, you know what I'm saying, who's pushing the buttons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's all designed. It's all a play. You know what I'm saying? To build a case, stack evidence, log times, take pictures, talk to witnesses. You know what I'm saying? Talk to neighbors, school teachers, mailman, hey, your local fruit stand guy. You know what I'm saying? Open season. Nothing to them. They get cash. They do that. You know, they get somebody in there, infiltrate if you're not careful. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But it is what it is, because what you do is what you do. And so you still sign up for it. But you cannot, you just can't be, you shouldn't, just be speaking freely on these platforms. Because it don't take a genius to put things together. You know what I mean? Like I said, they probably been already watching certain movements you made, especially once you got hot. What you talk about in your lyrics. They listen. I mean, it's the hip hop police. Now it's jumped off to the Fed level. They got task force. It's not hard. Still, your responsibility is to be, get as low as possible, and don't, stay off these platforms. Stop talking. Be mindful who you're around, what you discuss. Keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Lay low. Get low. Or if you gotta do your thing, still stay low. You know what I'm saying? So that's the world some of us, came out of or grew up in. You see, you watch, and you get a real understanding of what's going on if you're just paying attention. So, you pick up conversation. It's just weird because it's your neighborhood, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just can't see anybody who's solid, you know what I mean, who's out here just can give any reason why you just cooperated or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But to me, it's just I'm trying to just process it, but it really is not processing. It's just, it is what it is. That person is, that person did what they had to do for him. It wasn't an honorable thing by any means necessary. It wasn't an honorable movie made, but What can you do about it? Won't be the first, won't be the last. Peace.